in the bowels of a different ship, at a moment in time that is not pinpointable in either direction from the previous interaction, another Dave raps quietly to himself.
I don't know what the flower is in this case. Shit, what if I'm the flower?
So, Dave.
No, hold up, that makes no fucking sense. I gotta rewind this back to the beginning.
Are you gonna keep mumbling to yourself, or can...
Oh shit, sorry, what? I was just thinking through some really convoluted metaphorical horseshit.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking evident.
Might be, bro. What were you saying?
I was saying I thought we might go, I don't know, anywhere else on this entire ship while the clothes were washing. Seeing as this decrepit machine we were so blessedly provided with makes a whirring sound so pan-chafingly arrhythmic that it threatens to eradicate the entire concept of tempo from the universe. And yet somehow, basically all that has happened since we started the load is that you've been using it as a fucked up beat to whisper yourself about flowers to. At this point, I'm either going to need you to speak up or follow me the fuck out of here because this is excruciating.
Okay, fine, I'll do the first one.
Great. Now turn up the flower talk volume.
So, Kanaya was telling me this kid's story the other day. About this dude who didn't cherish a flower enough until it pieced out to do flower stuff. I don't know, it's not pertinent to the story. Except the flower was a person, because it was a metaphor.
Yeah, like you said.
Really convoluted metaphorical horseshit.
Really convoluted metaphorical horseshit.
Yeah. Anyway, what goes down in the story is that once the flower lady's out of the picture, the main character goes around making all these connections between her and everything else in the universe until every damn thing feels like a symbol for how much you fucked up and how much you'll never get to see her again.
This seems pretty fucking intense for a kid's story.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said, but I guess it's not so much what the story was technically textually about, but more like the version of it Kanaya internalized and then told me while we were talking about how much she misses Rose. So like now I'm taking the story she told me and was projecting her feelings onto and projecting my feelings on top of that. This is just one big game of emotional projection telephone, so feel free to go paraphrase it to Roxy later and make it about whatever fucking thing you're currently missing.
Your ability to get to the point.
Got him. Anyway, you're not gonna have to miss that skill of mine for long. Get ready for this shit, cause I'm about to slap you with the point so hard you'll fall ass first into the washer. Just scrambling around in there getting all sudsy. Your brain gonna be so blasted for the mind freak of a point I'm about to make, there won't be anything left to clean. Are you ready? Karkat, you haven't made any kind of comment about how you're ready in a few seconds, so...
Yeah, Dave, drop this fucking bomb on me.
Okay, thanks. So, it's genuinely cool that Kanaya can go around creating meaning that may or not be actually present in every little thing, connecting every feeling she has to the idea of her wife existing out there. So I told her she should keep that shit up. But I'm having the opposite issue where I'm struggling to find anything to be that kind of tether because every single thing I could possibly consider about what it is we're doing just reminds me of yet another thing to be afraid about. So, if you were looking for a more concentrated point, the real point, that point simmered in its own juices into a perfect point reduction, here it is. Everything fucking sucks, huge cosmic donkey sack, and I'm terrified.
Okay, so I feel like you skipped a couple necessary steps in your point clarification process. I am going to resist the urge to continue your reduction metaphor, even though I have some inarguably good shit lined up for it, because I'm afraid of getting us too far off track here.
Okay, but where you going with sweet or savory? Please give me that much at least.
Yeah, it was gonna be Sunday-based.
Nice.
Yeah. You wanna go watch more GBBO after this?
Absolutely.
Great. Anyway, like I was saying, for the love of sweet human Christ, please back up to whatever the fuck you're actually scared of. Also, come here, idiot.
Okay, yeah, this is a better position to unleash all my inner fears and anxieties from. So, like I said, I talked to Canon about it some. It's not like we've not talked about it either, but I don't know. Those times it's like my mouth was saying words about the situation wherein our friends were AWOL and maybe dead, but my brain wasn't fully letting me experience the emotion that goes along with them. Man, it's like I can't even start genuinely thinking about how afraid I actually am for Rose and John without my brain flipping its wad and widening out. Like, haha, fuck, I hope they're okay. Now I better make a fucking joke before I succumb to the gaping mouth of despair waiting for me to fall in it as soon as I look down and acknowledge that it's there, ogling how juicy my ass looks as it trembles with terror. And then if I think about either of them, then it's only a matter of time till I have to think about Dirk too. And it's an if you give a mouse a cookie kind of situation, but instead of more snacks, it's just another layer of fear about my loved ones. And with Dirk, it's... guess I'm just fucked up about how to worry about Dirk and be angry at him at the same time. Because if I get as unholy pissed at him as I sometimes want to be, I also gotta admit to myself that maybe I could have done something different there. Like, if maybe we kept up better, there would have been a point along the line where I could have said the right thing somehow and he'd, I don't know, not stolen Rose away on some nightmare family trip, forcing us to accept the fact that he's our enemy now and chase after him for an unreasonably indeterminate amount of years. Also, like, And this, by the way, adds a whole nother layer of guilt on there that I don't really know how to fucking reckon with, but even with all this shit he's pulled and the fact that we are more or less heading towards having to take him down, whatever that is gonna mean and whether or not he planned it like that, me and him had come so far with each other and it was really cool for a while having, and I don't want to hate him. Dave exhales. Karkat waits.
Is that all? I'm poised on the precipice of reassurance with my counter rant locked and loaded, but it feels like you've got more shit you're holding back on.
Yeah, I got another thing.
Well then quit fucking picking at the seam of my shorts and spit it out. They're barely hanging on to the definition of shorts as it is.
Okay, fuck, it's just... And the part how I mentioned before about how we really have no goddamn clue how long this trip is gonna even take. Can't help but feel like it's barely getting revved up. And for me and Roxy and Jade and Callie and Can, that's normal shit at best and boring at worst, but we have all our immortality to thank for that. We can just dig around in space for near eternity waiting to catch up to our friends who may or may not be our enemies now, and it'll be fine. I mean, no, it'll be categorically miserable, but we'll survive it.
Hold the fuck on.
But you...
Dave?
No, let me say this. We don't talk about it much, and I got shit to say about it. Not like I never thought about how you're mortal before, but I just thought we'd be able to figure it out before it mattered. Come up with some kind of plan. I was just distracted being happy with you, I fucking guess, and so I didn't think of a way to fix it. And now thanks to Dirk, we have to work it out right the fuck now, because I can't spend this trip just sitting around watching you get old and die. Dave, grapple with the clean, soggy consequences of the passage of time. Fuck, okay, one sec.
Okay, so I was with you for a while there, but I have to lodge a stern, absolutely fucking nope on the last part, dude. First of all...
I'm totally ready to hear you out on this one, but can you, move your fucking legs?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, go on.
So, like I was saying, I get you on the first part. It's not like I'm new to the particular moob beast wrangling event of someone I previously loved brutally turning on me and leaving me to try and cram my feelings about the situation back together all on my own. That is unequivocally a fucked up and complicated emotional place to find yourself in. But I don't think you need to be over here making it more difficult by blaming yourself for the fact that the emotions themselves are hard to pin down. I'm not saying we handled everything, or really even most things, on Earthsea perfectly. But also, you did not single-handedly put Dirk's poofy short ass on that ship. He did that on his own, and we made the choice to go after him on our own. Okay, now to the part that I take some major fucking offense to. I was following your little trail of cookie crumb fears until it led to the big snack finale of worry about my fragile mortal meat sack. If I have somehow not been clear about this with you yet, let me go ahead and rectify the situation right the fuck now. Hanging out with you on this long trip to who the shitting fuck knows where is quite literally the happiest I have ever been in my entire meager existence. I am so absolutely blissed the fuck out of my mind to be able to look at your stupidly immortally smooth human face skin every day and not have a complex about it. Look at me, Dave. I'm safe. And yeah, okay, it's nowhere near perfect, you're right. And I'll be straight with you, it's not like I haven't been experiencing some complicated guilt myself. The fact that I'm having the time of my life just fucking chillaxing and being in love and space is clearly incongruous with the reason I'm actually out here chillaxing to begin with. And I'm not letting myself forget that either. But I resent the implication that my happiness is registering for you as just having to sit around and watch me get old. Because I know you know it's more than that. Like, Jesus, Dave, you know I'm afraid for you too, right? Or did you forget the whole heroic death thing? I worry about losing you fairly fucking regularly. So I'm not saying stop being afraid, because clearly this is a situation that necessitates a reasonable amount of fear, but I'm also not the only one needing to be fucking worried about here. It's like this. One, we've been through so much hellacious pan-warping trauma that I refuse to not enjoy this shit when I finally fucking get it, no matter how long it may or may not last. Two, it's not like we're doing nothing. We're moving, we're working, we're headed specifically to a place where we will undoubtedly endure yet more fucking hellacious pan-warping trauma. And three, we're doing that because we have friends who we care about that need us. That is our focus here. Not our fear, it's about the people we have to save. So don't fucking worry about me, Dave. I'm fine.
Dave is still afraid. There's a part of him that always will be, he thinks. He's accepted this about himself. There is another feeling coursing through him too, though. It's something he's felt before, though never quite so intensely. He looks up at Karkat and understands, viscerally, the simple power his words have. They pump through Dave's own body, alive and warm and true. He wonders if Karkat realizes it, or if he's just, as always, saying what he feels as he feels it. Dave doesn't attempt to dissect it further. There will be time for that later.